Yeah, hi everyone. Today we'll discuss this pattern. Okay, if you see this pattern, how this pattern is, see if you observe the rows, each row starting number. If you observe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So the rows are in the increasing order. Okay? The starting number of the each row or in the increasing order. Okay, so we have to take one outer for loop for each row which is in the increasing order. Okay, so for that we have to take one outer for loop saying for int I equal to 1 to from 1 to 7, right? 1 to n, right? So from for int I equal to 1, I less than or equal to n, I plus plus, I plus plus because it is in the increasing order. Okay, and so how the elements in the each row, the elements in the number of elements in the each row are also in the increasing order, right? It's in the increasing order 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So we have to take another inner for loop for each row for int j is equal to I. Okay, j less than or equal to n, j plus plus. Okay, j is equal to I. Why I have taken is whenever j value equal to 1, it should print all values. Whenever j value is 2, it should print from 2 to 7. Whenever I value is 3, means j value is starting from the I value, right? In the each row, if you observe, for I equal to 1, j is also starting from the 1, and for I equal to 2, starting element of the j also 2. For I equal to 3 means third row starting element is 3, right? J is equal to 3. So that's why you have to take int j equal to I, j less than or equal to n, j plus plus. Okay, and next so we have to take another inner for loop to print the spaces here. See, if you observe the spaces, here, all the spaces are in the increasing order, right? So 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, 4 spaces, 5 spaces, and here 6 spaces. Why 6 spaces is up to here at the fourth element 7 is there, right? If you compare first row and last row, how many elements 7 is printing? 1 space, 2 space, 3 space. After these elements 7 is printing, means 1 2 3 up to space means how many elements? 1 2 3 4 5 6 elements, right? Totally. So that's why we have to take the numbers starting from 1 to the spaces are starting from 1 2 2 spaces, 1 after 1 2 spaces, right, in the third row, and after 2 3 spaces in the fourth row, right, like that. How many spaces in the fourth row? 1 2 3, only 3 spaces. Here 4 spaces, here 5 spaces, here 6 spaces, right? 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, 6 spaces in the last row. So the starting element for the spaces is 1, and from 1 to 7 it should print, right? So we have to take j is equal to 1, j less than I, and j plus plus. Why I have taken j less than I is, so whenever I equal to 1, you should not print any spaces for the first row, right? That's why we have to take j less than I, 1 less than 1. The condition is false, it will not print any space for the first row. Okay, whenever I equal to 2, then 1 less than 2, 1 less than 2, right? this condition is true, that's why it will print one space for the second row for I equal to 2, like that. Okay, now we will see how to write the program. Okay, so first of all I am taking the package statement, package home dot, and next I have to write public class next I am taking method. After that we have to create scanner object to read the input from the keyboard. Okay, next I'm asking user to print how many rows you want to print. Okay, I'm writing how many rows you want in this pattern, how many rows you want in this pattern. Okay, so after that I have to write, I have to store the entered element in one variable. Okay, so I'm assigning to n whatever the element we are entering from the keyboard using scanner class, that entered value I am storing in the n variable. Okay, after that I am writing in the console message as here is your output pattern, here is your output pattern. Okay, next, so how the pattern is, if you observe, so how the rows are in the increasing order, the columns means the elements in the each row are also in the increasing order, the spaces also in the increasing order, right? So we will write all are in the increasing order. So for int I equal to 1 to 7, right? Rows are starting from number 1 to 7, right? Rows are starting element is 1 to 7, right? So I have to take for int I equal to 1, I less than or equal to n, I less than or equal to n, and I plus plus I am writing. Okay, for each row. And next, to print spaces, to print otherwise okay, to print spaces and to print elements, we have to take two different inner loops to print elements to print elements of each row. Okay, so first of all I am trying to print the elements of the each row. Okay, so what I have to do, I have to take on J for loop for int. So how the elements in the each row, if you observe this pattern, the rows are in the elements in the each row are in the increasing order, right? From the first row, from the row 1 means whenever I equal to 1, the element also starting from 1. Whenever I equal to 2, the elements are also starting from 2, right? So int j is equal to I am taking, okay, j is equal to I, j less than or equal to n. Okay, so I'm printing the element j. So if you observe this, whenever I equal to 1 for the first row, j is equal to 1 and 1 less than or equal to, suppose I am entering 7 rows, 1 less than or equal to 7, this condition is true, it will print 1, and after that 1 will become 2, 2 less than or equal to 7, 3 less than or equal to 7 true, 4 less than or equal to 7 true, it will print 4, 5 less than or equal to 7, it will print 5, 6 less than or equal to 7, it will print 6, and 7 less than or equal to 7, it will print 7, and 8 less than or equal to 7, its condition is false, that's why it will print up to 7 elements in the first row, and it will come to next line, right? So, and after that I am closing the scanner object to avoid the resource leaks. Okay, here I have to write a print statement as I have to print the elements in the same row side by side. Okay, now we will see I am entering 7. See, if you observe, we will get all the elements, right? Without spaces, we got all the elements, right? 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 4 5 6, right? This is what we want. So after that we have to print the spaces in the each row, right? We don't have space, that's why I'm adding space beside j. Okay, so now if you see, this is the say. So this is what we are getting, elements, same elements, right? Like with the space we are getting, but the difference is we want spaces in the each row. Okay, the first row we don't have any space, but from the second row we are having spaces, right? Here we have to print the spaces also. Okay, what we have to do to print the spaces is we have to take another inner for loop for int j is equal to 1, right? From 1 to 7, right? J less than I, because it should not print any spaces for the first row. I am taking j less than I and j plus plus, as the spaces are in the increasing order. Okay, now we have to write this print statement. Okay, and we have to print the spaces, right? J less than I. So how it will work is, for int I equal to 1 means for the first row j is equal to 1, 1 less than 1, this condition is false, so this, it will not print any spaces for the first row, so it will directly come to this inner for loop to print the elements directly. For the second row I equal to 2, right? So j is equal to 1, 1 less than 2, this condition is true, that's why it will print one space for I equal to 2, second row. After that it will print the elements. And for I equal to 3, j is equal to 1, 1 less than 3, right? It will print 2 spaces, 1 less than 3 means 1 less than 3, this condition is true, it will print one space. After that j value become 2, right? 2 less than 3, that condition also true, that's why it will print the space again, 2 spaces for the third row, right? Like that it will work. So if you see this, okay, this is how it will work. Okay, and now we will see I'm entering input element is 7. See, this is what, right? 1 2 3 4 5, same output, right? We got. Okay, so if you observe this, if you observe the output, so whenever I equal to 1, we will again, so what is happening here is whenever I equal to 1, what's happening, j value, so first inner loop j is equal to 1, second inner loop, what it will look, we will discuss. Okay, equal to 1, what is happening in the first inner loop? Whenever I equal to 1, j is equal to 1. Okay, j equal to 1 and j less than I means 1 less than 1, right? 1 less than 1. So this condition is true. This condition is true, 1 less than 1, it is false, right? So it will skip the system or out dot print statement. It will not print any spaces. Okay, not print any spaces. Okay, it will directly come to, it will come out from the, it will come out from the loop. Okay, and whenever for the inner loop, for another second inner loop, j is equal to, I write j is equal to 1 and 1 less than or equal to 7, right? 1 less than or equal to 7, right? So this condition is true, right? So 1 less than or equal to 2, it will print 1 and after that, so 1 less than or equal to 7, it is a true condition, it will print 7. After that, one value will become 2 less than or equal to 7, that is true, so it will print 2. So print 2 till 7 less than or equal to 7. It will print 7 elements, right? It will print 7 elements in the first row. Okay, after that again j plus plus means 8, right? 8 less than or equal to 7, false condition, right? So it will exit from the loop, right? It will come to this statement, standard out println statement. Okay, so like this it will work till I equal to, I value I less than or equal to 7 condition will fail. Until that condition, it will do the execution line by line. Okay, so this is how it will work. I'm just commenting that. Okay, so this is how we have to write the program to print that pattern. Hope you understand. If you have any doubts, please comment below. Thank you.